What's up and welcome back to dannyTV. So today we do have our car lift installed. We are ready to give it our first test lift. And before we do that, let me take you back a week. Stay tuned. Do you approve the lift? So let's get to unloading and put this in the garage. So we did also go ahead and raise our lift up on the concrete pad. We got a 16 by 20 pad. We also anchored this down to the original concrete. We've got some anchor bolts there. And what that did was just give us that extra room so that our anchor bolts can go inside the old concrete and then still have that to tighten down to. That just really gave us that extra inch, just in case the old concrete in some areas could be a little thinner, because they did have to slope it to make sure that the water does leak down before we add it onto the house. So this concrete slab does have a little tilt to it, so we did have to also shim it. But we did go ahead and tighten all of the hoses, which all that is included, all the adapters and everything needed. I really like the way this lift was designed, even though it is a Chinese lift. I've talked to a bunch of distributors that sell these, and most of the launch and everything like that, most of the more expensive certified lifts are also built in China, and this is a very good design. So this isn't a certified lift. I think it will do for now. We're not going to be using it every single day. I think this will be just right for what we need. It is rated for 10,000 pounds. Not sure if you can read any of those numbers out. Those numbers look pretty smeared, but it is 10,000 pounds. It's very simple to hook up. Right now we've got it on a long pigtail. It's 240 volts, so you've got 2 legs of power with the neutral. And if you do install that and the motor is pumping, but it's not lifting, you need to reverse your wires. The motor does spin in both directions. So we did go ahead and top it off with some hydraulic fluid, and we are ready to give it our first test lift. It is the 220 volts. So if your pump is running, if your motor's running, but the cylinders aren't lifting, it's because you got the wires on the motor reversed. So be sure to switch them, and that should take care of that. So I'm not going to do that today, but we are going to take care of that and cut the pad completely flush with our pole, which would let the arm completely lower to the ground. Because like that, it's not going to let you lift up certain cars. Like trucks and Jeeps, it's not going to be a problem. But when you go with like a BRZ like we are about to try, it's pretty low to the ground. The cables were very easy to adjust. And all you have is 2 cables running down on both sides. You've got some pulleys on the corners here. And to adjust them, you've got your adjuster and locking nut right there. So everything else is pretty simple. This lift does not come with any instructions other than the schematics. BRZ on the lift. We got all the arms on the manufacturer lifting points, and let's see if we can get this car up in 45 seconds. Alright, so we got the BRZ in the air. I'm not going to go any higher. I'm not going to top it off because we do have some bad lifting points, and the 2x4 here is almost slipping off. It is pretty awesome to have the car lifted in the air. So we are going to have to buy some different car adapters for the lift. We do have a few right here, but this is mostly for like SUVs and stuff. I'm going to have to look into what the best way to secure, maybe like some kind of pucks or something, but the lift is working. Stay tuned, guys. I hope you enjoyed this time lapse of us installing the lift. It's gonna help out on the new builds. Stay tuned to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you guys watching this far. If you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.